So I'm here with Jessica. She's a yellow anaconda. She might be nearing the blue. She's quite dark overall, but you can see where they get the name Yellow Anaconda. You actually get 4 different types of anaconda, if I understand correctly. I don't know if it's 4 or 5. So this is the yellow. You obviously get the green. Everybody knows the green anaconda as being the heaviest snake in the world. And you get the Bolivian anaconda and the dark spotted anaconda. So this is the yellow anaconda, very, very common in the pet trade. It's here in South Africa. We've got lots of these. Not many people like to keep them because they're quite messy snakes. She just was lying in a water bowl full of poop, so we had to take her out. So she's got a bit of these crummy marks on her, so we'll give her a little bit of a rinse. But yeah, anacondas like lying in their own mess, and they are quite nippy snakes and don't really give much warning. So that's why a lot of people don't like them. You know, if an anaconda is wary of you and feels threatened, they sometimes just smell your skin and bite to protect themselves. So this girl here, I haven't handled her in ages, but she's a real puppy. She's very chilled. I think quite a lot of the anacondas in the trade in South Africa have come from this female. She has had many batches of babies. I'll call it clutch. You know, even though it's live birth, they're still coming out in eggs, and they do hatch. It's not like they have all umbilical cords or anything, so they do also give a clutch. And yeah, she is super chilled. She is, I think, around 23 plus years, so she's an old girl. So this is quite a large yellow anaconda. I haven't actually measured her. She's probably around 3 and a bit meters or so. Yeah, and she's loving her food lately. She's put on some nice weight, and they obviously like to ambush from the water. That's why their eyes are quite high up near the top, so that they can see nicely where their prey is and ambush them from the water. But as you can see, she is pretty chilled. She's not worried about me at all. She's a very good girl. I think most babies she sort of had is around the 40 mark, if I stand to be corrected. I don't actually want to breed her because, as I said, there's not much of a market for them, and also she's going to lose a lot of condition then. And we've just got her up to some nice weight again. So she's actually got this really nice iridescent sheen around her on her skin. I don't know if it's coming through at all in the video, and that's obviously just reflecting the natural spectrum of light. So nothing like a rainbow boa, but still pretty nice and shiny. So the anaconda falls in the same family as the boa. They actually call them water boas as well. Not a term that I've used much. We just call them anacondas. And yeah, I'm just very grateful to have this big girl. I got her from a friend of mine who's had her most of her life, but he moved around a lot and he needed a home for her, so I took her in. I'm very happy I did. She is quite an amazing snake. I mean, it's really awesome to have an anaconda that is, you know, this docile, so accustomed. And I mean, as I say, I haven't handled her in ages because my staff work with her and they just normally move her out of the water bowl and clean her water bowl. But you can see she's like not even head shy. Obviously a lot of snakes do not like being touched on the head. She does. You can see she's just pulling away a little bit and slowly. It's not totally freaking her out, but if something wants to kill a snake, they go straight for the head. So especially for those who are new to snakes or keeping a snake as a pet, you got your first snake or whatever, it's not a dog or a cat. It doesn't like to be touched near the face. It's the most vulnerable part of a snake. If another animal is coming to eat it, they go straight for the head to kill the animal. So that's why snakes do not like being touched on the head. Some of them you can get them nicely accustomed to it, and you can give them like a little massage on those nice muscles there, and they're very chilled. You can see she's still a little bit like, hey, what you doing? I don't quite like that. She wants to move away. They can also be very tail shy. So the ends of a snake can get them going quite skittishly. All right, I actually had a friend who was keeping an anaconda, one of the babies from this one, and he just recently had a, well, this was years ago, he had a nose operation, and he was holding the thing in his hands like this, and it just wound and like looked at his nose, took a smell, and as I was going to tell him, dude, the thing just latched onto his nose. Luckily it wasn't too bad. He did pull the snake away and he had cuts and things like that, but it was okay. Obviously smelling the blood and the medicine or whatever that was used, disinfectant around the nose, it didn't like that and went straight for his nose. All right, could have been a feeding response with the blood and maybe the smell that's sort of holding on, but it might have actually just been to go and tap him, and as he gripped and pulled it, they've got obviously recurved teeth which dug in and he pulled. Okay, so a feeding response is when they hold on, and a defensive response is when they bite and let go. Oh, such a beautiful girl. So nice to have a chilled anaconda, especially the yellows. I find I've got a green anaconda. I've only worked with one green anaconda, but I've seen a lot of people have green anacondas which are quite a lot more chilled and used to being handled and things like that. So she's settling quite nicely here, not too worried. Yeah, she's been loving her rabbits and piglets, and we attempted a chicken the other day, but I don't think she's had a chicken in years. So I think you know, it's a thin neck, fat body, and she got a bit freaked out, so she just left that. But it's fine, she's in good, nice and fat, she's in good shape, and we'll keep her on her piglets and rabbits and whatever else she wants. But yeah, I'm just so stoked to have a anaconda that's this chilled about being touched around the face and doesn't want to bite me. She's a good girl, and she's an old girl. Cool. So this is our yellow anaconda. We're keeping her at Monkey Town. So we've got two reptile parks, one at Stodell's Nursery in Belleville and the other one at Monkey Town, Somerset West, that's in Cape Town, South Africa. So cool. So guys, if you enjoy the videos, please subscribe, give us a like, check out our Facebook page. We also post a lot of cool photos of our collection, which is just over 75 different species of reptiles. We're not focused on any one thing. I just love all reptiles, from geckos and lizards and all kinds of stuff. So I try and diversify as much as I possibly can. And I'll only breed a certain thing here and there that I may be interested in. So I was just taking some photos, and you can see we got some peacocks that have come in here, peahens. So there's a peacock in the background. These guys are known for actually taking on snakes. Obviously they haven't seen anything like this, so they're showing a little bit of interest. But these guys will definitely kick smaller snakes and things to death and then actually come to eat them. So they're showing quite a lot of interest in what's going on here. So we can see that Jessica's on the move. She's quite a long snake. I'd estimate this at least 3.5 meters by looking at her.